What's happening, y'all? It's Mike, the Money Motivator. You know how we do it. You get paid on Friday, and on this podcast, I teach you how to spend it or save it or invest it. Whatever the case is, I cover financial topics and stock market information on my podcast. So that's what I'm going to do today. And I got a bunch of topics. I'm going to talk about some individual stocks. I'm going to talk about some crypto. I'm gonna even talk about some side hustles that's dying and good side hustles. I'm gonna talk about Nike a little bit, Qualcomm. I'm gonna also go into the job report that comes out every month. I'm gonna explain that, and I'm gonna also go over Pampers for anybody that has a newborn. I went through certain stores and all of that to find where you could find the cheapest Pampers, right? So I'm gonna hit you with that first. So, and I went across all stores and I made sure that it was the actual like Pamper brand, like the brand that you get Pampers in, like, and it's the same brand every store. So with Kroger for the 50 count Pamper brand, right? For the 52 count at Kroger is $28.49. That's at Kroger. At Walmart for the 66 count is $28.22. So Walmart, you getting about 14 Pampers more for like $20 less. Walmart over Kroger. Target, you getting the 56 count for $28.49. The same price as Kroger, but you get 4 Pampers more. So you want to go to Target before Kroger, but you want to go to Walmart first. I checked Publix. Publix, they had a little 26 count, but they do have a sale 2 for $20 until the 24th. So you got about 3 more days. If that, that might be just my local Publix or whatever. But Publix does have a sale currently for the next 3 days, 2 for $20 on a 26 count. I'm pretty sure Publix Pampers are probably more expensive than Walmart. So if you don't have a Costco membership, of course, Costco, you get it in bulk, and Costco will be the best place to get your Pampers. But if you don't have a membership, it looks like Walmart is the place where you want to get your Pampers. All right, so we got Pampers discount. I'm gonna get into a little stock market information. But first, I want to talk about um, buying individual companies, right? Because I hear people all the time. They talk about should I buy this stock or whatever the case is. The reason why I always talk to y'all about the S&P 500 is because that's a managed company, right? Buying an individual stock, there is risk for that. And I'm gonna talk about a company after this. The reason why I'm, what I'm saying, explaining this, but there is risk in buying individual stocks. A company can lose its competitive advantage. A company can lose a CEO. A company can, have some kind of big lawsuit, whatever the case is. If you go back to is HCA stock a buy, right? Should you buy HCA stock? Go back to that video, look at what the price was at that time, and then look at what the price is at this time. If you can't evaluate a stock like I did in that video, it is pointless to buy a stock. Buying a stock, you got to like the CEO. You got to know how to read financial statements. You got to know how to organize a portfolio, because if you have too many tech stocks, then that's pointless. You know what I mean? If you got Apple, Amazon, Google, all in your portfolio, that's pointless when you could get an index fund or the S&P 500 instead. So you got to know economical cycles. You got to know how to read a company's financials, and you got to know how to balance your portfolio. Which stocks are going to perform better when the economy is going, when tech stocks are coming down? You need other companies that are going to perform. So you got stocks doing good on some days and bad on other days. And that way, every day you got at least a stock going up in your portfolio. So it's a lot to manage your individual portfolio. And even if you do that, chances are you may not outperform the S&P 500. S&P 500 is the safest route. You're going to have people get on, you're going to have people talk about, you know what I'm saying, buy this stock and buy that stock. And a lot of the time when people are broadcasting, you should buy this stock or buy that stock, is probably because they may be planning on day trading that stock and they want to pump up the value of it to then shoot it back down. Like there's ulterior motives when people are talking about buying individual stocks. If you get a recommendation from me, and I'm not a financial advisor, so I don't give recommendations, I just tell you what I like. I'll read financial statements, I watch Bloomberg, and I just do this all day, every day. So at the end of this video, I will give you my favorite stock that I really like at this moment. Um, but before we get into that, and the reason why I'm talking about it, because I want to talk about Nike. So, brand new news, Nike CEO just came back out of retirement. Nike year to date has been down. Um, Nike year to date down $21, which is 19.7%. So Nike is doing horrible. So the CEO came back. So let's talk about that, man. Nike lost their competitive advantage, right? Nike, I remember back in the day, like, you know what I'm saying? If you wasn't wearing Nike, it was trash. You would have got clowned on. They would have made fun of you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got Nike, you ain't fresh. You know what I'm saying? But Nike lost their competitive advantage. I'm not seeing a lot of Nike commercials. I'm seeing athletes getting partnerships with other brands. I mean, they still getting Nike deals, but they're getting, other brands. I'm seeing other shoe companies getting more popular. You know what I'm saying? Crocs getting more popular. Um, like there's just so many that I even think uh like Adidas and Reebok. I think even those are getting like more popular, but Nike has been losing its competitive advantage. It's showing in the stock price and it's also showing in the sales. And that's one of the reasons why picking individual stocks is risky because you know what I'm saying? Nike, like who would have thought like Nike would have ever fell off? You know what I'm saying? But Nike can't really venture out outside of sneakers. You know what I mean? So think about a company like Apple, which is a company that I like. Apple is a have iPhones, but they could venture out from the iPhone. Apple could make a car. Apple could make AirPods. Apple could do a credit card. Apple can, you know what I'm saying, turn into anything, and that's going to continuously increase revenue, increase sales, increase profits. But a shoe company, you're limited, and you can be at the top of the game for a minute, but you know what I'm saying. That's You're limited to what shoes, socks, and shoe cleaner, jerseys. So make sure you know what you're talking about before you invest in an individual stock. Nike, man, hopefully the CEO coming back will turn around on help the company turn around, but we'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Um, Another stock information. Qualcomm is inquiring about a purchase on Intel. Now, it hasn't actually happened yet. And Qualcomm, they make chips for companies like Apple and stuff like that. Intel is another company that is similar in that field. I don't know if they necessarily make chips. I think they do make chips, but Qualcomm is looking into Intel. So if you were interested in Qualcomm, adding another company is always great. Big companies buy smaller companies all the time. Amazon, Apple, they both bought like over 10 different companies. Um, Even Apple bought a company just for the face recognition on their phone. They bought a smaller company to you know what I mean, be able to integrate the face recognition into their phones. So, you know what I mean, big companies investing capital not into their own company but purchasing other companies. I like it. I like to see it. Um, Another thing I wanted to talk about when it comes to buying a stock, right? You really want to see a company that when they report earnings quarterly, you want to see them do share buybacks, right? Share buybacks in the past had a bad name because due to low interest rates, companies would borrow money and just buy a whole bunch of shares of the stock, shoot the stock price up, and you know what I mean. That didn't turn out. It did well in the near term, but it didn't turn out well over, you know what I'm saying, a long period of time. So companies learn from that. Of course, they're more financially stable and they're not borrowing money for buybacks anymore. You know what I'm saying? They probably doing that with their own capital. They're probably just borrowing money to advance the company, like to buy other companies and stuff like that. Um so Qualcomm might purchase Intel. That might be good for Qualcomm. They might, in the future, go up in stock price or whatever, but we'll see when that happens. Um, Let me talk a little bit about a stock that I like. Very low share price too. $37 a share. So Palantir just signed $100 million US contract for AI targeting tech military personnel. So AI, Palantir, they kind of help with AI and stuff like that for the military, and they do a lot of military contracts. And over the past couple months, I've been watching them like, okay, get a new contract here, get a new contract there. They just turned profitable this year. So as far as like my favorite, I guess penny stock is not really a penny stock, it's $37. Palantir would be my favorite company to at least keep a watch on. It's not in my portfolio yet, but I like the company so far. Um, so I want to talk about side hustles that are dying and side hustles that are great. You know what I'm saying? I'm a side hustle king. I mean, I done had 20 different side hustles. I still got side hustles. I feel like side hustle is mandatory in this economy, in your life. You always should be investing in yourself, right? Investing in your knowledge, investing in college, investing in the stock market, investing in equipment, investing in buying a house. You should always invest in yourself. And I know it's easy, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot easier to just go to work and okay, work is over. So I'm gonna just turn into a couch potato because I gotta do it again tomorrow. You just, you doing that, you doing that repetitively. You making the company you work for more money, but how are you gonna improve your finances without just your 401k in a economy that's always gonna have you know what I'm saying? We're always gonna have inflation. Inflation is not something that just happens when the Federal Reserve or our government messes up, or we get a bad president, or they lower interest rates, or you know what I'm saying. That inflation doesn't just happen because of countries' mistakes. Inflation is a real thing, and it just happens automatically. It's natural. So inflation will never stop, which means your hustle can't never stop. You gotta out hustle inflation. You got to be your security blanket. You have to build your financial structure in your household like these trillion-dollar companies, right? If if there's a position for you or a situation or a piece of equipment, you know what I'm saying, that you can invest in to, you know what I'm saying, now, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you want to build an extra room onto your house. Now you got somebody helping you pay a mortgage because, you know what I'm saying? You got, okay, I built this extra room. They don't have no access to the main house and I could charge them rent. You know what I'm saying? But just solely operating off of your 9 to 5 is possible, but chances are you're gonna have to work a lot of overtime. You're gonna have to, what I'm saying, really hustle. So side hustle is really important. And side hustles I feel like that are dying are um like a personal trainer, right? A personal trainer, yeah, it's needed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's people out there like once I got into fitness and I would talk to people about it, I realized how little people knew about fitness. Like I realized that, you know what I'm saying, you'll get somebody go to the gym, get on the treadmill for 15 minutes every day and wonder why they not losing any weight. Get on the treadmill for 15 minutes every day and eat however they feel like eating. And you know what I'm saying? And they still they still overweight and don't understand why. So man, lost my train of thought. Lost my train of thought, but we gonna keep it rolling. We gonna keep it rolling. So um let's talk about, yeah, the side hustle. So personal training. Personal training is, I mean, there's so much information online. All of my, fitness education, or I never took a course or nothing for any of that. I was planning on it at one point, but I never took a course or any of that. And now I can train someone, you know what I mean, myself. But you got AI. You got AI that could literally give you, if you type in Chat GPT, give me a workout regimen. If you type in Chat GPT, give me meal prep. You know what I mean? If people start educating themselves and they go online and figure out, you know what I mean, how can I do this myself? There's so many workout videos. There's so many diet plans. There's so many macro calendars where you could check, okay, if I burn this much calories, if I eat this much protein, eat this much veggies, eat this much healthy fats and fish, this is what my results can be over a certain amount of time, and have a calculated, structured, you know what I mean, diet plan, workout, all without a personal trainer. So I feel like a personal trainer side hustle is dying, and you know what I mean, that's at risk to AI. Another side hustle or job or whatever I feel like is at risk is a travel agent. With inflation, as stuff are going up and increasing, you know what I mean, it's so much easier to just get smarter and figure it out on your own. You could probably ask AI, like, hey, hook me up with, you know what I'm saying? Where are the cheapest? I think I'm actually try that. If you watching this, go ahead and try it and see, like, see if Chat GPT will give you, you know what I mean, the best time of year to buy a flight. And you just start with flights. It's like a crawl before you walk situation. So, you know what I mean? Ask Chat GPT or go on Google, what are the cheapest time of year to fly to Europe? Boom, you got August and September. Now you got the month. Now your flights are cheap. Now you search, you know what I'm saying? You search Europe for the cheapest. You can search a hostel, search hostels, search, you know what I mean? If you got a family member out there in Europe, then you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I base my travel destination off of, okay, I got people out there. So I'm gonna get a cheap flight. I got a place to stay. You know what I mean? Might could probably even use their car, but you can search and do all of that online. So I feel like a travel agent, I actually have a video. If you want to check that out, I got a video on side hustles that you could do by AI. I forget the actual name, but it's a it's a video with me, like I think I'm laying in the bed and I got an AI machine holding money and handing me money or whatever. But I got side hustles that AI could do for you. And I feel like AI, Google, the internet, um, all of that is, you know what I'm saying? It's an easy do it yourself type situation. You could do a, you could find resorts, and you could find resort and a flight out of the country by just going on Delta vacations. You know what I mean? And so I feel like and um, personal training and travel agent are dying side hustles. But speaking of dying side hustles, consider consider dying jobs as well. While you out here with a job and stuff like that, consider dying jobs. I seen a report recently, and they said AI will replace about 70 to 80% of jobs under it was either 17 or $21 an hour. So if you make less than $21 an hour, AI in the future, chances are they will replace you. These companies are throwing millions and billions of dollars into AI because they are trying to, if they could decrease the amount of workers, then, AI can do it for them. So as far as a career, if you're trying to pivot and you a cashier, cashiers won't be existent in the future. That's something that's going to be obsolete. So you can now pivot and be like, okay, AI is a new moving wave. How do I get into that? How do I program the AI? How do I assist AI when it has an error or a malfunction? That would be, you know what I'm saying, a real nice career to go look into, start getting a certification, start going on YouTube and being like, okay, like, you know what I mean, let me learn this um future job because you know what I'm saying, AI might take your job in the future. And I mean, I could see it coming. I see the way these companies are moving, and I'm seeing reports. I'm hearing it from other people. I don't like to feel like I know everything, so I listen to other people. Bloomberg or Yahoo Finance, and you know, AI gonna take your job. AI gonna take your job. So consider that. Consider that. Think about if AI could replace your job or not, and come up with a pivotal plan and a side hustle. So I talked about dying side hustles. Let me talk about side hustles that can really help you, right? The best thing in the world, if you ask me, y'all know I teach this on YouTube. It makes me a lot of money. It took me a whole year of getting a lot of profit and losing it all, and getting a lot of profit and losing it all. But day trading, something you don't have to leave the house for. All you need is an internet connection. I've day traded in the car while my wife was driving. I day traded, you know what I'm saying, walking through the grocery store, couple $100 or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Day trading doesn't just limit you to a location, but it's a small amount of time. I only trade from like 9:30 to 11:30, 2 hours a day. Amazing side hustle. Of course, capital gain tax is heavy. So if you have a $80,000 account and you want to pull money out, you know what I'm saying? Only pull out 10,000. Don't pull out your whole 80 because you still need working capital. And you got to pay taxes on that 10,000. So, you know, if you want 10, pull out 12. Use 2 for taxes and then you got your 10. You know what I mean? But well, I mean, taxes on day trading, I want to say is like probably 30, 40%. So, you know, if you want 10,000, you might have to pull out like 14, and then 14,000, and then you could keep your 10, pay 4 in taxes. So consider that day trading. Anything online, YouTube, creating courses, affiliate marketing, you know what I'm saying? Online hustles is the new wave. It's the new wave. You don't got to go out no more and, you know what I'm saying, knock on doors and, you want to buy candy. Can I wash your car? A lot of side hustles now can be done from inside your home. Affiliate marketing, social media, uh, you know, I mean, you could probably even do wedding planning from the house. Um, but those are some side hustles that are dying and side hustles that I really like. I want to talk about now the job report and what the job report means, right? So the job report is a report it comes out monthly, and it tells you how many jobs were created at the end, how many jobs were created the past month. It goes over unemployment, and it also goes over wage growth. Now, the reason why the job report is important, especially for the stock market, is because it shows economy growth. If people are getting paid more or if jobs are going up, more people are working, more people are spending. So the job report helps you kind of gauge, okay, this is helping the economy, this is going to help the stock market. So that's the job report, man. It comes out every month. It's good to pay attention to it if an investor, day trader, or anything, but that's actually what that means. Um, Last thing I wanted to talk about before I get into a little bit of motivational speaking, because I'm Mike the Money Motivator. So feel free after this topic to get up out of here, but I will give you a little motivational piece afterwards. And I'm going to talk about crypto. So the Fed finally, you know what I'm saying, cut interest rates. Perfect. And we've been seeing a surge in crypto, but not necessarily in the crypto, in the top cryptos, right? So Bitcoin year to date, Bitcoin year to date is what is that? Bitcoin year to date is up 137% year to date. Ethereum year to date up 61%. But what has been performing very well are the altcoins, right? So my favorite altcoin is Solana. Solana has very high transaction speed. Solana year to date is up 657%. So the altcoins actually have been outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin and Ethereum are my favorite cryptos. You know what I mean? I kind of pay attention here or there to try to see if there's another one I want to throw in the mix, but I mainly stick with Bitcoin and Ethereum, whether altcoins are outperforming or not. But I'm not saying that that's a bad idea to grab some altcoins so that way you can have a little more balance. But my exposure to crypto is really just Bitcoin and Ethereum. But I do have a new project that I really like. I do have a new project I really like, and this project is going to help Ethereum. This project is helping Ethereum with its scalability, right? So, um, and I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's currently just at 11 cents. Um, it's ZKSYNC. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I've been paying attention to them. I like what they got going on, and they're helping Ethereum bridge the gap on one of the issues that Ethereum has had, right? Let me see if I could show y'all this so y'all could actually see. I don't know if might be a little blurry. ZKSYNC, capital ZK. Look into it, man. Do your research, all of that. All right. Now it's time for motivation. Y'all know y'all gonna get some motivation from me. So I gave y'all all the little information, you know what I'm saying? You can save money on diapers. Look like I think Walmart was the best option. You could go to Costco or whatever. But it is very important to get financial education. And I'm not just saying that because my YouTube channel, my podcast is about financial education, right? Financial education allowed me to turn my financial life around in the span of 2 years. You don't need, you know what I'm saying? You don't need, like, it takes 8 years to be a doctor. To change your financial future, to do a whole 360, it don't take all that. It don't take all that. But the only thing that's stopping you is you. I see so many time in my comments, right? Where I'll make like a positive, you know what I'm saying? I'll make a positive YouTube short or something like that. And I get negative after negative after negative after negative. And I'm like, bruh, that's why you struggling. That's why you struggling. Your outlook on your situation is what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Perception is reality. And whatever you feel like you're gonna be, already start thinking like that and do whatever it takes. Stop at nothing. You know what I mean? When your favorite TV show come on, you're gonna stop at nothing to go see it. You're gonna do whatever you can to maintain your favorite TV series, so you could go talk about it, so you could go, make comments about it when it comes up on social media. So look at that intensity that you put into entertainment, but you complain that that interest rates are going up. You're being subject to your circumstance. I don't want to hear it. Get out my comments with that, man. Get out my comments, because this channel is for motivation. If you want to cry to somebody, go see a therapist. I'm trying to get you some money. I'm trying to get you, you know what I mean? If you are down, if you are struggling, look at your boy. And you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I could get you up. If this is your day off, think of a side hustle. Learn something. You know what I'm saying? If you want to learn day trading, if you want to learn drop shipping, learn something that you could do at home. So that way you could still, you know what I mean, have your day off. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a part-time job where, okay, now I gotta leave and clock in. Nah, find something that you love at home and do it. If you love planting, create a YouTube channel on that. And don't even think about it as like, oh well, I'm not monetized after 5 years, so I'm gonna quit. No, it's documenting your journey. Don't even look at it like a side. I'm documenting my planting journey. And over time, your video is gonna get better. You're gonna get more interesting. People going, you know what I'm saying? But consistency is gonna take you out of, you know what I mean, your struggles. But you too busy being consistent with other stuff. You consistent with your complaining. Stop the complaining, bro. It's not helping you. The complaining is not helping you. At my lowest point financially, at my hardest struggle, I had to look at myself. I had to be like, your hustle is amazing. You could, you know what I mean? You don't get tired. You could work and, you know, pull up to I used to do two full-time jobs, have an hour in between the two. They were like 15 minutes apart, driving distance, so I could sleep for 40 minutes in the car. You know what I mean? I could work all day, but I was still broke. I was a never complainer like some of y'all. Y'all complain too much, but the government is not responsible for your financial security. That's on you. That is on you. Educate yourself and put time in for yourself. You know what I mean? And I mean, maybe you ain't an entrepreneur. Maybe you can't do a side hustle. Everybody's not the same, but you can work extra hours. You can work extra jobs. If your main job does not offer overtime, you might want to consider another career. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. If you comfortable, you got a savings account, your 401k is through the roof, they give you a pension, you know what I'm saying? You make 120 a year, go to work. Go to work, and I would do the same thing. I would go to work, I would come home, look up what Taylor Swift latest outfit was, Look up, you know what I'm saying, what Beyonce new song is, you know what I'm saying? Look up, you know what I'm saying, what new charges they got on P. Diddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? If that's what my job was providing me. But you know what I'm saying? I got a good job. I get paid decent, but my job don't provide me that. So I don't have time to pay attention to the 30th season of Power. I don't have that ain't got nothing to do with me. So your energy and your focus is in the wrong area. It's in the wrong area. It's too much entertainment, too much complaining. Do what you got to do. And, you know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe to my channel. Watch my podcast. Turn on Bloomberg. Turn on Yahoo Finance. Pick one of them books in the background and read them. You know what I mean? Have it on, you know what I'm saying? There's financial podcasts. But you can change the trajectory. Not only because, and I'm not saying that because I'm saying that because I did it, and I'm saying that I know you can. I believe in you. You're not, if you feel down on yourself because you're struggling, you're not any less than any of these millionaires out here. You know what I'm saying? You're not less than any of them. You just need the right education and the right determination. And, I know some people are complainers, and, you're going to complain until you die. But if you are looking for results, and your complaining is just a result of feeling lost or feeling a struggle, then just put one foot in front of the other, but don't stop doing it every day. And by the time you look up 3 months later, you like, dang, I came this far. Okay, I've been saving, you know what I'm saying? I've been saving $1 a day. That got me this far. My compound interest started at, giving me an extra dollar a day. Now it's $20 a day. Now it's, you know what I'm saying? Now my side hustle replaced my main income, and my business is running on autopilot. All I gotta do is, you know, all I gotta do is check my ad revenue, though, put more money into my advertising, every 2 months. You watching these people that's doing it on YouTube. You watching these people on TV becoming rich, you know what I'm saying, becoming famous actors. They didn't do any of that because they just landed on it, or they complained their way into Hollywood. Long story short, man, y'all need to tighten up out here, man, because y'all got way more excuses than drive. Y'all got way more excuses than information. And information can change your foundation and get you off the corporate plantation. And you can have more vacation. I'm like the money motivator, man. Check me out next week. I do swing trade Sundays, so tomorrow I will do a live, give you my swing trade play. I did one swing trade play last week, held it for a day. I should have held it longer because that stock really went. But I'm gonna tell you all about it tomorrow on the swing trade Sunday. I'm gonna get off here now so I could do some more recording. I'll see y'all next week.